Low quality fans of a high quality Bruins team, welcome to my OnlyFans page. That's right, we're changing it up a little bit. Welcome to the debut video of my OnlyFans. Like, comment, subscribe to the OnlyFans, guys. Now, we're gonna start out a little kinky. We're gonna start with an African safari, where I find a pack of zebras and they f me. They f me like the little s I am. In fact, they go as far to Sometimes these videos are a lot of fun to make. They really are. They're genuinely entertaining for me to make them, and I get really excited about, I don't know, you guys' opinions, what you think about the game, hearing just your takes on it all. And sometimes I get stuff where I go, what the fuck? And sometimes I get stuff where I go, damn, that's a great point. I wish I talked about that. Sometimes the videos are a bit harder to make. And this doesn't actually have to do with wins and losses. You'd be surprised. Sometimes losses are really fun to talk about too, especially regular season ones where they don't matter as much. I have been consistent about two things this year. Two things. Talking about how the refs across the league have been awful. And saying I'm not blaming the refs for outcomes. Awful refereeing is what everyone's dealing with. In this series, it doesn't feel that way. But it is something that everyone's dealing with, and I'm not going to bitch about it. I didn't bitch about it in 2017 against the Ottawa Senators when damn did I have material. I didn't bitch about it during the St. Louis Blues outside of that one very, very upsetting night in Game 5. I always look to the team to overcome adversity because we're good enough to. And because I have been able to find spots in the game where I go, well, that's a bigger reason we lost. And this game had those. It did have those. But when the organization, and let's be clear, Bruce's comments, we're going to get to them, they were not about just whining and complaining. I see a lot of people being like, oh, what a whiner. First of all, did you watch the fucking game? Second of all, he's trying to even the playing field. He's trying to set us up for a Game 6 where they call everything. So stick around, because I'm gonna get to the game and we're gonna talk about why we lost that game as a team and why the effort was there but the finish wasn't. But you're here to see my take on the refs, I think. And what do you want? They were awful. It felt like they were basically telling Bruce to suck it after Bruce said, look, the refs have been very good this series, but I feel like we haven't gotten the calls we've deserved. He was nice about it! He was even nice when he was bitching about them last night. And it felt like they went, oh, really? Oh, you're going to cry? And they took off the belt and went, oh, you want something to cry about? The first period, there were several. We could have had 4 power plays before they had their first one. And their first one was a phantom call. Look, you watch the replay, you go, wow, okay, that's a bad call. They missed some stuff. And I went into the second tie game frustrated knowing, you know what, it's fine because we're still crushing this team on 5-on-5. The refs made their point. Let's play the game. The second period, the referees left 3 high sticks alone. 3. All on Islanders players, let it alone. And Islanders fans will go, what about Richie on Mayfield? Call it! Fucking call it! Call that actual penalty! Fine! You want to talk about you guys having 7 or 8 infractions up to that point that weren't called, and then Richie comes through and makes contact with someone who's playing the puck on their knees. Yes, there was too much elbow. Yes, call it! But call the rest of it. Once the Islanders built a big enough lead, it felt like the refs were very content being like, all right, we'll call some stuff. And then once we started pushing at the end, the tripping on Pasta? Nope. The tripping on Bergie? Nope. The high stick on Bergie? Nope. Once we got within a goal? Oh, no. We proved our point earlier, but we got to finish the job. I was dumbfounded. And I have been so good about not blaming the refs. And trust me, we still lost because of us. Trust me on that. But when the entire organization that I support and I love is looking around like, what the fuck? And then I look at fans of other teams that have been eliminated, and they're watching the game going, what the hell is happening right now? You know what? Maybe I feel a little justified in going, hey, you know, part of the reason we lost is because the refs were taking fucking liberties all game about what they decided was or was not a penalty. And the fact that you go all through the first with some rough and tumbling play, and then you get a phantom call at the end of it, like, you set the precedent. All right, we're letting things go. Which, yes, I said it last video, favors the Isles. You let shit go, they're a rough and tough customer. But at least that's the precedent. All right, guys, buckle up. Let's get to work. And then a phantom slashing call on Corrali. It's a bizarre notion, but it just felt like this was a game the refs were mad at Bruce Cassidy for his comments. Even though Barry Trotz is sitting there going like, well, they're cheaters over there. Fucking knob. Unbelievable, that statement. You're talking about a guy who's been very bad in the faceoff dot during this series, asshole. He's one of the greatest faceoff centers in the league. He usually leads the league in the damn category. And you're going to tell me he cheats. And then no one's noticed this until now. Just in case you don't know, faceoffs are very abstract. They're very weird. And they try to set up these confines to it, like you can't hit the puck before it hits the ice, and the positioning of it all. That's a gray area on the game. Bergeron has learned very well how to do it. So have other centers in the league. The best centers in the league, I guarantee, people who lose them all the time go, I don't know, man, it just feels like they're crowding in. It feels like that they're getting the puck early. It feels... They have figured out the formula to get through the rules and have the advantage of the faceoff dot. Barry Trotz knows that, by the way. He's just trying to play the refs. That's it. Cassidy will get fined for his comments on the refereeing. He knows that, but he's like, I gotta do something because this is bullshit. I need to make the league look at the next game. I need the league to call this referee group and say, hey, we have our eyes on the next one. Do your jobs. They should have their eyes on all of them. There's fucking 4 series left going on. Figure it out. I'm going to put below where you can skip to avoid the ref rant. It sucks. You're going to have fans that are the Bruins haters, which is fine. Don't like Boston because there's been a lot of winning in the past 2 decades. Like, I get that. No one's going to like Tampa. I mean, if Tampa keeps winning championships, everyone's going to be like, fuck Tampa. That's just how winning goes. But they'll sit there and go, 2011, you guys won with a rough and tough team. Like, yes, we did. Yes, we did. And there was even controversy about the refereeing in that. Totally get it. And how about 2019, where we lost to a rough and tough team with the controversy? Like, there's inconsistencies here. I'm complaining about them. Right? Wouldn't you? All of that being said, kill a fucking penalty. How about that? God. Rask is in net to start this game. Now, here's a little thing about that. He struggled. And before the game, it came out that he was fighting. This is a rumor. But it came out that he was fighting tooth and nail to be put in net. He's not 100%. It's been very clear that he's not 100%. But apparently, he fought to get the start tonight. In hindsight, maybe that wasn't a great idea, but I still think he gives us the best chance to win. We're going to get more into that later. DeBrusk is deemed as the lame buffalo of the pack. He is sent packing upstairs. Boy, watch the game. And Kuhlman gets reinserted in the lineup. Honestly, the third line looked a lot better with Kuhlman. It actually did. And I was bummed that Wagner was still in. I would have moved DeBrusk down, but oof. I mean, that third line looked better. Not great, but better. Varlamov is ready, and boy, did he play a game. Carlo's still out. Miller's still out. That played huge roles in the result of this one. Puck drops. We start with our fourth line. They have some good pressure. We get an ozone draw about a minute in, and Bergie gets kicked out of the first face-off circle. I honestly think that was comedic, because that was the moment where we went, well, okay, the refs are, look, they gotta be listening, right? They saw Trotz's comments. They kicked him out. Could be coincidence. After they clear that puck out, though, once they get possession, we get possession right back and fly into the ozone. We're a minute and a half into the game, and it is just a ton of pressure. Just a ton of pressure by the first line. The puck does get turned over. Bevelier has it in the corner, but Marchand, hard stick work, hard on the body, creates a turnover. He's able to dish the puck back up to the point, all the way through the slot, up to McAvoy. He's at the top of the umbrella. Send it down to Pasta in his office. Pasta blitzes this high glove. That is 1-0 real early in the game. And you feel good about the start. And we continue to pile on 5-on-5. 4 minutes in, Marchand has a bobbling puck. He misses the first attempt and then sends it right through the slot. He was looking at wide open net both times. He could not control it. And you're looking right there. You're like, that was your second goal. That was your build a lead. 7:30 and McAvoy gets a clean shot away from the right dot. He's looking at some net, but Varley comes up with a huge save. There was your third chance. 14 minutes in, Grizz with a great play up the left side into the O-zone. Finds Bergie with a beautiful pass all the way across the slot, who has an open net. Can't redirect it in. That is 4 open nets. 1 puck has gone in. That is 3 open nets in a row. And nothing to show for it. That's a problem. Varlamov always lets an early one in and then shuts it down. And we had opportunities to beat him. 6 minutes left. Mayfield playing the puck on his knees. Richie comes through. There is elbow contact to his head. Call it. Mayfield, you gotta be ready for contact when you're playing the puck on your knees. And this wasn't a whip it right off his stick. He was attempting to get control of the puck. Guys, what are we doing? I have so many people who are like, rough and tough hockey, we need it back. And then this happens with someone who is controlling the puck on their knees. You're gonna take contact. But yes, call the elbow, 100%, call it. They don't call it. It's a dominant first period. All lines are rolling, and then there is a soft call on Corrali coming back. There's a scoring chance. He gets his stick on stick. You can watch it 100 times. That is not a slash. But they call it. What's funny about this is during intermission, and NBC has been very vocal about how much they like the Islanders. They weren't sure what the call was. They literally weren't sure what the call was. They kept calling it hooking, and then it was slashing. If your broadcasters don't know what the call is, maybe it's not a good call. They tie it. Barzal from the right point. It is a hell of a shot. Holy shit, was this a nice shot. Over the glove, short side, roofed the damn thing. Kill a penalty. This I'm going to say. They scored in their first 3 power plays. You want to talk about the odds stacked against us? Fine. Kill a fucking penalty. You feel frustrated at this point because you don't know what's about to come. But it's a tie game after a period you mostly dominated. On a call that you don't agree with, it's just frustrating. And you continue to have that thought of, you can't build a lead on this team. You can't build a lead. Guys, the reason we walked out of that period without a lead is not the refereeing. Yes, it sucks that they got that goal off of a bad call. But how about you finish one more chance? I highlighted the big ones. There were several others. Like, what are we doing? First minute of the second period, Lazard down the tunnel. He would not return to the game with a lower body injury. We are unsure of his status right now. For Game 6. Expect, I'm not going to go over it at the end, expect Corrali to move over and DeBrusk reinserted into the lineup if he's not ready to go. 3 minutes in to the period, and Grizz cross-checks Komarov in the numbers, in the slot. He comes in a little too hot. If he comes in with less speed, that's not a penalty all day, but he comes in with way too much, gets him right in the numbers, and sends him out. Look, that's a penalty all day. And they score again. Kill a penalty. And the reason they score, this is why. We had our rant in the beginning, but this is why. This is not all about the refs. Corrali has a chance to clear the puck, but he tries to get fancy with a no-look backhander and just pushes it forward, hoping to play the puck out. It's the penalty kill. Bergeron and Marchand are not on the ice. Send it up the ice. Turns the puck over, leads to a lot more O-zone time for them. It's a shot from the right circle. It's a lucky bounce off of both of Clifton's skates. It goes right to Palmieri. It's just right place, right time, right on the open side. Whips it into the empty net. It's 2-1 on a game that you are dominating 5-on-5. Varley really did. You want to talk about the biggest reason the Islanders won? Like, if you look at their performance, if you were an Islanders fan, like, man, why did we win that game? Varlamov was crazy good. Crazy good on some of these chances. 7 minutes in, and Pasta's going to ring one off the bar. And it's mounting. The frustration is mounting. Because you just know you should be winning this game. But shortly after, it's a real nice neutral play. Neutral zone. McAvoy creates a turnover, dishes it to Pasta, who sends it to Marshy, who's coming down the right side of the offensive zone, and he cuts in, and he just dunks around Varlamov's leg. This was a lot of stick handling. This was crazy skill. Couldn't do it later in the game, I guarantee it, because the ice got worse and worse throughout. I criticized the Islanders' home ice. Boston's wasn't any better. It got choppy. But it's 2-2, and you start to think, okay, I think the refs are done with their thing. Let's play the game. We should still win this game. And Varlamov is just coming up huge. And 5:30 left. We're in the O-zone. Smith with the puck, and he takes a clear high stick. Like, blatant. And then puck gets cycled, creates a turnover. Puck gets cycled on the ensuing offensive zone possession for the Isles. I mean, look, this has to be a better play by Riley. It has to be. It's a defensive breakdown. It's a transition. And Riley is 3 feet away from Bailey, who's alone in the slot. And it's just a feed to Bailey, and he just buries it. I mean, look, the first 3 goals, I'm not really mad at Rask. The first one was a crazy shot. The second one was a lucky bounce that led to an open net. And the third is he's alone in the slot. Riley had a terrible game defensively. Just unbelievably bad. And it's one of those things where you recognize why Carlo's so important, because that's the D partner that takes care of more of the defensive stuff, and Riley's able to do his pass out of the zone, catch up with the transition. Tough. Isles lead 3-2. I mean, yes, missed call leads to goal on the other end. Riley, what the fuck, right? Like, it's not fun bitching about the refs. Let's talk about our team blowing it. What is worse is immediately following the goal, an Islanders power play comes up for a high stick. It was a high stick. It 100% was. We're bitter. We're bitter at this point because it's the 4th high stick of the period. And the first 3 were Islanders and none of them were called. Here's my problem. That's a legitimate call. And they scored a 3rd straight power play. Kill a fucking penalty. Like, at a certain point, what are we doing? Kill the penalty. Eberle from the left dot. Rask should have had this all day, but he was deep in his net. He nails it high glove. It's worth saying we could have cleared, but Tenorti's stick broke. We've more broken sticks than anybody in the league. I don't understand it. I don't know. Someone who has played hockey at a collegiate level, please tell me why. Is it something with the sticks? I suck. I suck at hockey. I'm bad at it. Do we have a coach who's just like, hey, every time you have the puck, bash your stick into the ice as hard as fucking possible? Like, what is happening? We failed to clear because of a broken stick. Keeps them with the puck. Eberle from the dot. Rask should have had it. It's 4-2. And we're going into the third. Down 2 goals. We do get a power play before then. We don't do anything with it. We're going to start the third with 50 seconds of power play time. What's worse is in that 1:10 of power play time that we have at the end of the period, we spend 30 seconds with it in their zone without shooting until 4 seconds left on the clock. Just killing me, man. Let's hindsight this a little bit, though, because this is where I'm unreasonable angry. Like, watching sports is supposed to be fun. It really is. And if your team loses, there are days you go, it's just a game, it's just a game, it's just a game. So watching sports is supposed to be fun. The first goal was a phantom call on Corrali that led to a power play, Barzal with a nasty shot. Whatever. You can accept it. Bad calls happen all the time in this league. The second goal, that is a Corrali failed clear, and that leads to a goal. We've talked about that 100 times. The third goal, that's a Riley breakdown in defensive coverage. The fourth goal, Tenorti breaks a stick while on the penalty kill. Their 2 power play goals after the first were legitimate power plays, guys. Those were real calls. We can be upset about not getting calls. Sure. Kill a fucking penalty that you did take. Kill the penalty. I started to calm down during intermission because, again, this happens. These types of game happen. Third period starts. Swayman is in. Rask, I don't know if it's injury related or just performance related. I'm guessing performance. The boys needed a jump, and they got it. And we would play our first and second lines for most of this period, by the way. But so third period starts, and I had this thought. I think I even tweeted it. When you're on your way to attempt to win a Stanley Cup, these are the moments that matter. Teams do not often go on crazy win streaks in the playoffs. They don't go on these 16-3 runs. It's not often this happens. You have controversy. There are walls put up in front of you. There are challenges. In game fives, even if you lose, but in game fives, you need to walk out of that building saying, we can still do this. I needed to see something from that third period that made me go, this series is not over. No dice on the rest of that power play, which sucked. And then Eberle coming out of the box immediately gets a breakaway and Swayman makes a save. But unfortunately, we're going to fuck Swayman too. 2 minutes into the period and Pelech with a nice leap grab, put it down. It's a little liberal with how long he had the puck, but he didn't make a move with it. Grab, put it down. Kept it in the zone, and I don't know. Everyone's listlessly just coming back to the line. They're all facing the wrong way. You had to know there was a chance that puck got kept in. I don't get it. They were thinking offense, though. Down 2 goals. This would bite us. Because Pelech feeds to the slot with his 2 Islanders players. No one's covering him. Nelson will receive it. All the time in the world to take the shot. Picks a shot. Beats him glove side. Beats Swayman glove side. Hard to blame the kid on that one. Real hard. And especially when you're cold like that. You've made maybe 2 saves at that point. Brutal. The Islanders go up 5-2 and would not sniff the net pretty much for the rest of the period. We're rolling first and second line, the occasional third and fourth, but we are doing heavy minutes with our best guys. Oh man, the shot chart right before the comeback starts is just abysmal. It's so sad that we're not winning this game. I can't believe it. We're gonna go to the power play. Pelech hooking on Pasta. Honestly, kind of a weak call. To the power play. They clear it initially, but we get right back into the zone. It's a nice feed from Bergie up to McAvoy at the umbrella, down to Pasta in his office. Slams one home. It's 5-3. We've seen that play before, haven't we? 12 minutes left. Bergie. I don't get it. Over the glass. That's a delay game penalty. We kill it. We finally kill one. It's tough to waste 2 minutes like that, but we get right back on it. 8 minutes left. It's a 2-on-1, Bergie and Marshy opts to pass rather than shoot. Tries to pass through the stick of an Islanders defenseman. I don't even know which Islanders defenseman it was, but we have proved that they're good with their sticks. Take that shot. You hit space. Take the shot. Didn't shoot. 5 minutes left. We've had pressure building. We get lucky. We finally get a little bit of puck luck. Smith, a relatively harmless shot from the point, but Varlamov, he bobbles it. It's a deflection. He bobbles it. Comes out. Krejci, who's full speed, just going towards the net, just whacks at it. Just hits it. Pucks and bodies on net. And Varlamov swallows it up. But he can't. He's looking for it. Doesn't know where it is, so the whistle doesn't blow right away. And it squeaks through the pads. Ends up in the net. It's 5-4. 4.5 minutes left. We could do this. And you think about that early third period goal, the breakdown. The Isles do restructure. They take a timeout. They look better for the next few minutes. We still get our chances. Final score 5-4. Game down in the series 3-2. Series is not over. It is not over. But the Isles have a great chance at home to finish it off. That's going to be a tough building. It's going to be real tough. Game notes. So I said before the third that we needed to see something. And we did when rolling our top 2 lines a ton. And I assume they get heavy minutes in game 6. Tough loss. But game 4, Charlie McAvoy said it. Charlie McAvoy said it last night. He went, the 4th game is the hardest one to win. We're going to go in there. And we're going to try to tie it up. But that's all you can ask, right? The biggest question is who's in net. Do you put a 75% Rask in, or do you put a 100% Swayman in? And at this point, we can't call someone who says, I want Swayman in. You can't just be like, you're a Rask hater. There's a real decision to be made here. And it's so tough. None of us know. All of us are going to act like we know what they should do. But I'm not in the building. I'm not watching these guys in practice. And there's no practice today, so we're not going to know till Wednesday morning. Same with Lazar, by the way. Probably. None of us know. Because we can't watch them. We can't see where they're uncomfortable. Judging by that last game, yeah, I think maybe we start with Swayman. And we just ride or die by the kid and say, hey, the injuries are just mounting, man. We're going to do what we can. We pray, fingers crossed, Carlo and Miller are back for Game 6. God, we pray. But which goalie makes the save when we need it? Is it a struggling with injuries Rask? Or is it a fully healthy rookie with less than 15 games of actual play in the NHL? Some of you will bring up Binnington, Jari, Murray, most recent rookies coming in and winning cups for their team. It feels like that's not that rare. It's super rare for a rookie just to come in and just decimate. I mean, the biggest story is probably Cam Ward in 2006. That's probably the biggest one to me that I was like, wow. I don't know. If Rask is not 100%, I can walk away from a Game 6 loss with Swayman and net and go, we did what we thought was best. If Rask goes in net in Game 6 and we lose, and it comes out that he was 60%, he was hurting, that's a different story. It's a harder pill to swallow for me. I think everyone's going to have a different opinion on that, but that's just mine. I mean, you come to this channel to talk about opinions anyway, right? Here's the God honest truth for this game notes. I think the refs did play a part in our losing. I think defensive lapses and a terrible penalty kill did more. I think not being able to finish on a plethora of chances. Not all were Varley saves either. Missed pucks, bottling pucks, just can't hit the open net. I think that also plays a part. It's not fun watching this sport and only thinking about the guys in white and black. I refuse to do it. This is just a frustrating one. And it mirrors a frustrating one that's still recent enough to hurt. Obviously, Game 5 against the Blues. It's tough. This recording is over an hour. I'm going to cut it down a lot. This is a tough one. Guys, you're going to see a lot of cry about it, Bruins fan stuff. Just ignore that shit. I mean, every fan base would feel this way after this kind of loss. Every single one. Just ignore that shit. I mean, fans are fans. Everyone loves talking shit. Internet trolls have become a literal job at this point. It is what it is. That does it for me. Like, comment, subscribe. Look, we're at 180. God, we're creeping to 200. The viewership's been down the past couple videos, but who knows? That could be algorithm. That could be I'm just not getting in front of people. That could be everyone hates me. Who cares? We got our community. I'm fucking happy with it. Love you guys. Go Bees!